Following on from the chord that I just made from my single singing note, I'm going to make a drum kit now. Now what I need to therefore do is to go to another track. I've got 3 more sampler instruments here, which are going to be my kick drum, my snare drum and my hi-hat. So you can record all the samples on one track and then use them in other tracks, so that's quite clever. You don't have to go to a new track every time, but you do need one track per sound that you want. So if I go to the main window to sample my kick drum, so I'm going to make a sort of kind of sound. Now I need to do that right next to the mic so that it picks up the bass end of my voice. So here we go. Well, it'll do for starters. Don't forget that any drum sounds you make in this way will be completely unique. The other 6,999,999,999 inhabitants of planet Earth won't have these samples. It's important to realise how individuality can be really obtained through something like this. So I'm going to record a snare sample now. There's my snare, and then I'm going to record hi-hats. Yeah. I want my hi-hats to be slightly shorter than that, so I'm just going to take the decay down a little bit. Okay, that's something. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my main page and I'm going to record the hi-hats. I'm just going to mute this one here. There we go. So I'll hear the metronome, hopefully. There we go, metronome on. So I'm going to play the samples back using my keyboard. The reason I'm going to do this is because I need dynamics with these hi-hats. Okay, so there's my 4 bars there. I'm going to go back to my other tracks here, in order to record the snare sound. Now, I can go to my samples here, which gives me all the sounds that I've made so far. Oh. Garageband. It's going to be one of these. Let's do my snare drum. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to go and find my bass drum now. So I'm going to go on to another track and find, I think it's sample number 8. I'm going to pick a slightly lower version of my bass drum. Okay, here we go. There we go. So if I take the metronome away now, let's go back to my main page, and I've also got to shut that reverb up. It's by default it gives you a reverb that's kind of, it thinks it knows what you want. So I'm just going to take my metronome away. Note that I can also quantize everything that I've played in. So even though my sample is a piece of raw audio, I can actually quantize the notes that I played on the keyboard. Although I quite like it with slightly different, slightly odd time variation there. I'm just going to loop these. There we go. and just have a listen to the... So I need to take the reverb off these other drums. Or I can change the reverb, but for now I'm just going to take it off. There we go. Okay, I'm going to add another sampler here, and I'm going to make a bass line using another vocal sample. Boo, 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 boo. Rather intelligently, the iPad knows what note I've sung. I actually sung a bottom F there. Oh. So it has actually put it there. It's actually put it on an F. So it's a little bit clicky at the start there. Okay, so here we go. And there's my bass line. Do anything you like with this. It's immensely powerful. Sure, other functions of more advanced samplers allow you to do all sorts of warping and time shifting and all that sort of thing, but we're dealing with something where you can just create and just have a lot of fun, really without the pressure of trying to find the exact sound you want. We waste a lot of time trying to do that. Sometimes you can dial in something and something will happen by mistake that's really good. So I'm going to try and do like a clavinet sound now. That'll do. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the beginning and record some. Okay, here we go. Okay, one more sample. I'm going to make a lead sound now. Pew, near, near, near. Now, I need a little bit cut off at the beginning. Fine tune that because I was slightly out of tune there, so I'm going to go back and record that. I was still in that. I was listening to the tuning notes rather than my sound, so I'm just going to undo that. There we go. And there it is. So that's all sampler instruments, no presets, programs, no nothing. And if you can play the sounds in, if you can record with your voice, you're done. You can also record things, of course, via your iRig. If you've got an interface that allows you to plug a guitar in, you could make a sound out of some guitar strings. You can do absolutely anything you like. And there we go. There it is.